I thought that YouTube was gonna be easy. You just post videos, rack up views, and eventually make a ton of money. But man, after growing my channel to 150,000 subscribers, I can honestly say, wow, that was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. I made every mistake in the book, and if I knew back then what I know now, I could have saved myself so much time, grown so much faster, and made a lot more money too. So if you also feel stuck, in this video, I'm gonna share 28 lessons that I learned from growing my channel and from studying thousands of other creators over the last 5 years. Number 1, don't copy other creators. A lot of the top creators that you've probably seen in your feed started out by copying another creator. I even did it myself. For like 5 years, I copied Casey Neistat, I copied Yes Theory, I copied all these creators trying to be them, trying to outdo their content. But the truth is, why would anyone watch me try to be someone else when they can watch someone else instead? If you always copy other creators, you're always going to be the knockoff of the person you're replicating. So it's going to make your process of growing on YouTube so much harder than it needs to be. You can copy elements from other creators as you're learning, but be sure to pave your own path. It'll make it way easier. Number 2, set irrational goals for your channel. For years, I set small incremental goals for my channel, trying to gain 50 subs per year and just stack them on. Eventually, I'm sure it'll pay off. But the truth is, everything changed in 2022 when I set the goal of getting 50,000 subscribers in a year, even though I only had 300 up to that point. Continuing to do the things that I was already doing wasn't working, so setting that irrational goal changed my mindset and forced me to learn what I needed to learn. Oh, and by the way, I ended 2022 with 49,000 subs, so I didn't quite hit the goal, but I came pretty damn close. Number 3, find other creators to connect with. My whole life, I kind of thought I was a little bit crazy because I'd talk so much about YouTube. I was always making a video. I was always working through an idea. And I thought that, honestly, I was way too obsessed with this platform and way more obsessed than everyone else that I knew. But once I joined a community of other creators, I realized that I was actually pretty normal for YouTube creators. Getting into circles with other creators helps you to feel that purpose and that excitement that keeps you going. But more importantly, it also helps you to learn faster because you can learn from people who are on the same journey as you. So join a network of other creators, and I guarantee it's gonna help you a lot. Speaking of that, number 4, work for a creator to get experience. Okay, this one's a serious game changer. If you want this to be your career, make it your career now. There's so many jobs out there in the YouTube industry right now that it's actually crazy. You can go onto YouTube Jobs to find different roles that creators are looking to fill. I did this for myself in 2022, and I don't think it's a mistake or a coincidence that the year my channel grew was the year that I started working for a creator. I started editing videos for Brian Jung and became his creative director. And in the process of seeing how these videos came together, helping him to write scripts, helping to edit the videos, I was able to, build up the reps a lot faster. If you want to make YouTube your full-time income, it doesn't make sense to be working a job that isn't related to YouTube. Number 5, stop splitting focus across platforms. Listen, I'm not naive. I've heard the advice from people like Gary Vee saying that you need to post on every single platform and post a ton of content. But the truth is, if you're trying to grow on a bunch of different platforms, you're trying to, master Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's like training for a marathon while training for a boxing match, while training for a tennis tournament, while training for a NASCAR race. It's a lot of different things that you're trying to build skills in. It doesn't really make sense to do it all at once. If you're posting short form, sure, share it across platforms. But if you want YouTube to be the place you grow, focus on YouTube first. You can worry about the other platforms later. Number 6, don't rely on YouTube Shorts. I grew my own channel using YouTube Shorts, and the skills, and most importantly, the audience, didn't really translate to long form content. So I'd be posting shorts that would get great viewership, tens of millions of views sometimes. And the reality was that people weren't watching my long form videos because number 1, they weren't that interesting yet. And number 2, I hadn't built up that audience. So again, it breaks down to categories too. If you want to grow a long form audience, focus just on long form first. Number 7, stop blaming the algorithm. This one's really hard to get around because I hear it all the time, but I need you to replace the word algorithm with audience. YouTube's algorithm is really smart. It trains itself on how to improve recommendations, and they know viewers really, really well. If the algorithm gets your video and the first few people who get recommended the video don't enjoy it, it's not going to keep pumping it out because chances are it's probably not that good. Blaming things on the algorithm means you're not taking accountability for the areas you can improve in. So stop blaming the algorithm, replace that word with audience, and learn why the audience isn't resonating with your videos. It'll help you to grow a lot faster, and it's going to cause your channel to do a crazy amount of growth, I promise you. Number 8, write a one-liner about what your channel is. Okay, so speaking of the audience, this is actually really helpful, which is why I wanted to include it here. Write a one-liner or a one-word description of your channel. If you think about the biggest channels like MrBeast, for example, MrBeast does giveaways and huge spectacles that no one else could do. That's what makes MrBeast unique. Having that in mind, trying that out for your channel, it's going to help you a lot to target that audience and understand why your audience isn't clicking or is clicking or what they want to see more of. Having that one-liner will be a huge help. Write it out. Number 9, understand what motivates your audience. It's one thing to know who your audience is, but knowing what makes them tick is going to genuinely set you apart so much. Apple's a really good example of this. They're not the biggest company in the world, but they stand out a ton because of their innovations and how they approach products. Steve Jobs, for example, when he promoted the iPod, he didn't promote it as this brand new technological device. He said it gives you 1,000 songs in your pocket. It targets the emotional side of the buying experience. Your YouTube channel should also do that. When you're making YouTube videos, you should aim to solve the problems that your viewers have on an emotional level, to solve the things that keep them up at night and give them solutions to those challenges they're facing. 10, avoid chasing trends, create evergreen videos instead. This one is pure gold, I promise you. We love to chase trends because we think it's going to help us to grow on YouTube, and chances are it will, but it's not going to get you the results that you want. If you're looking to build a sustainable business and grow your audience around a core demographic or a core focus, right? Targeting trends and things that are fleeting isn't really going to help you to keep people around. It's going to give you attention in the moment that doesn't necessarily last. Instead, I like to recommend that people make evergreen videos. These are videos that can last on your channel and keep getting recommended by the algorithm now and 5 years into the future. The creators I work with get more than half of their views from the backlog of content, the evergreen videos that they post. So creating a foundation of videos, of things that can be recommended for years to come, is going to help you grow so much faster than chasing whatever trends happen on a week-to-week basis. You may not feel it at first, but it's like layering in little pieces. It does pay off in the end. 11, use proven concepts to come up with ideas. Leaning into the trends a little bit, leaning into what's worked in the past, I do like looking at competitor channels, both within my niche and outside of it, to see what's worked in the past. If it has done well for other creators, chances are it's probably going to do well for me too. But instead of just copying the video one-to-one, make sure you add something to it. You make it unique to your niche. If you're going to take things, try to take them creatively by building on them instead of just ripping them one-to-one. 12, always create content for the beginners. This one's huge because I think it's very common that we overcomplicate things trying to target more advanced people within our niche. The truth is, if you make content for beginners, it expands your audience pool, which increases your viewership, which ultimately helps you to reach more advanced people as well. So if you want to make videos that do well, always target beginners. The people who are more advanced, they'll see that you have nuance, you have depth, you have detail, and the people who are beginners will actually be able to follow along. 13, start with your titles. No matter what videos you're working on, always start with the title. This is going to be the most important thing for you to figure out. Simplify your idea, make it as clean and easy to understand as you possibly can, and that's going to end up being your best title. Use other creators' best performing videos as inspiration. I find that that's the best place to get the ideation going. 14, master thumbnail design. Thumbnails are arguably more important than titles, and titles are close to the most important thing. So that says how important thumbnails are too. It's going to take a while for you to master thumbnail design, and there's a lot to learn, but start early. It'll help you to get ahead. The quick tips I can give are this: make everything large enough that you can see it on mobile. Make sure not to include more than 3 to 4 elements. And if you're going to include text, don't just repeat what's already in the title. Build on the title, add new layers of depth that can get people excited. Your goal with the thumbnail is to get people to take action, not to advertise exactly what the video is about. Keep that in mind. 15, test multiple thumbnail options. Okay, so if you can't get the click on your video, no one's gonna watch it, right? That's a fundamental principle behind YouTube. And now YouTube has given us tools to test multiple packaging combinations, multiple title and thumbnail options, which means you do wanna test multiple versions. Not only does it help you to have a better chance at competing against other videos, but it's also gonna show you what resonates with your audience and what is gonna perform better in the future. So always test, Always keep track of the data and look to figure out what you can do better next time. 16, study videos throughout the day. If you want to improve your content, the best way to do that is by studying other creators and what they do. So I recommend that you take time at least once a day to understand what other creators are doing, how you can improve. Look through hooks, look through thumbnails, titles, the videos themselves. Take notes on what you can improve on, and that'll help you to get a lot better. 17, assume viewers have never seen your content. You don't want to leave people out, right? Because if you think about it, if you make a reference to a video that you've already made and someone who's brand new to your channel sees it, they're going to feel excluded and potentially click off. So you always want to assume that when you're writing a video, when you're packaging a video, that the people who are seeing it have never seen you before. If you're doing a series, for example, there's no reason why it has to be packaged that way, because chances are if you package around a series or make it clear that you need to see episode 1 before you see episode 2, it's going to be harder for people to click on it, even if it's not necessary that they see the previous episodes. So just remember, people who are getting recommended the content probably haven't seen you before. 18, tell your story in your videos. I know this sounds so simple, but it's so important, and I see it missed so many times. Especially in educational content, we can overlook the importance of telling our own stories, but it is super important. For example, at the start of this video, I told you my own story in growing my channel. That helps to contextualize who I am, why I'm making this video, and why you should listen to me instead of someone else. If you just stick to information and delivering on the promise of the video without giving me any personality, there's no reason why I can't watch another video from someone else, right? Give me personality, it'll help me to connect to you and get me to subscribe and come back for more. 19, stop overcomplicating things. I see this so often, I'm going to try and keep it simple just to keep to the spirit of this tip. If you look at the stats from recent data, the presidents who typically can speak in the lowest reading level, so like 5th grade reading level, are the ones who get elected more commonly. It has nothing to do with stupidity or smartness or anything like that. It's just that the people who are understood are the ones who resonate. Simplify your language. It'll make it easier for beginners. Don't use any jargon because it confuses things all the time. And just remember that you want to keep things very basic. 20, read your script out loud as you write. I love doing this because I write in a different way than I speak. So when I'm scripting out my videos, especially if I'm going word for word, I like to read it out after I've written a line and make adjustments as I need. The truth is, you're probably the same. You don't write in the way you speak, so it's going to take you a while to adapt. Reading out loud as you write helps a ton, even if it makes you sound a little crazy. Just make videos. It's so easy to overcomplicate things, to study up on data and try to perfect everything, but the truth is, you just need to create. If you want to grow, create more videos. If you don't create videos, you're getting less chances at actually growing your channel. And with that in mind, remember that every single rep is a win. Even if the video underperforms, every single time you try, you post a video, you're learning something, you're growing, and you're getting closer to your goals. Recreate winning videos. If a video does well and you can recreate it in the next year, do it. I know that this sounds super counterintuitive and you'd assume that viewers want to see new content all the time, but here's the truth. I've tracked data on recreating videos year after year, and every single year it looks like they do better and better. That's usually because the audience has grown, but also because you've learned more, you know more about the topic, and you're able to share more nuance or depth that'll help the beginners. Recreating those guides every single year is a huge hack if you want to unlock a ton more views, and I definitely recommend doing it. I'm going to do it again next year when I make these videos again. Watch. Don't worry about your description and tags. I used to spend way too long on this. Now, if you look when you're uploading a video, YouTube even tells you not to worry about tags. The truth is, better packaging is going to help you a lot more than the description and the tags. You can add them if you want, but don't spend longer than like 5-10 minutes maybe. The only thing you should spend time on when it comes to your description is the chapters in the video, because those can help you to rank in search. But that's it. Respond to every comment. Especially if you have a small channel, you need to reply to every single comment. People are going out of their way to comment on your video, to share their experience, and commenting just shows that you appreciate them being there. It builds the community, and it takes no time, so just reply. Stay the course as long as possible. The game of YouTube is about outlasting, It's about continuing to post even when you don't see results. Even if it doesn't feel like you're growing, you're building up the skill set and you're getting closer to that objective. So keep posting no matter what. The pain means you're on the right path. This one took me forever to understand, but the pain that I was feeling when I wasn't getting results was actually me learning and growing. The larger your pain, the better the reward on the other side of the obstacle. So if the pain's really, really high, chances are you're pretty close to the other side. Don't give up. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm honestly still really bad for this. I want to be farther along because I feel like, I'm 27, I'm behind. But the truth is, everyone's playing their own game. Everyone's on their own journey. So stop worrying about other people. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you can do better and don't look at the other competition. I promise it'll help a ton. All right, that's all the tips that I have for today, but there is something bigger going on here. I don't know if you realized it. Most people would click off this video knowing that it was gonna be hard, but you stuck through. You made it to the end. So comment winners down below so that people know you made it to the end. By the way, if you wanna accelerate your growth on YouTube, I have something for you. Launchpad is my exclusive creator community designed to help people master YouTube and start making more money. In there, you unlock weekly live streams with me, the tools and systems to grow your channel fast, and feedback on your content. Plus, if you sign up for the yearly plan before the end of 2025, I'll give you a free 90-minute session with me planning your content strategy for the new year. I linked Launchpad down below. Be sure to check it out if you're interested. But now that you know the tips that I have after growing my own channel, it's time for you to learn how to grow yours. This is the full path you need right here.